Number 13, Karen Lassa Rojas. Number 8, Kaylee Poole. Number 7, Yandere Rodriguez. Head coach, Lauren, and assistant coach, Tony. And now for your Westerly Lady Bulldogs. Captain number 19, Maddie Fobert. 18, Julia Baruti. Captain number 3, Jillian Octo. Number 9, Alex Nelson. Number 2, Gia Keegan. Number 1, Sam Sacco. 22, Sydney Hake. Number 8, Abby Gervasini. Number 21, Nora Zuberini. 11, Eva Entreri. And number 7, Kate Rafferty. Coached by Hillary Tejano, Evo, and Jay Hudson. Can you please rise to the national anthem?
take control. Octo with it. Grabs possession and the girls retreat as Shade starts to cover the field. The kick generally falling just shy of midfield. Good defense, a header by the Bulldogs. We're on the far side. Both teams showing aggressive defense, especially for day one, like I said. Physical game, no whistles thus far. And Johnston with possession. Taking it down the field. Battling for it in the middle. And Westerly has it forward again to Jillian Octow. On the side, she's alone. She's got a lot of space here. Getting it towards the middle. We're going to have a shot on goal, and it's just to the left. There was space. So, the Panthers will take control. They need another ball, and it will come in. So, now we have a soccer ball, and we will start over again here. Like I said, folks, I couldn't be more excited about the upcoming season. We're going to bring you a little bit of everything in the spring. Boys and girls soccer, football, men's volleyball, and the goalie kicks out of bounds. It goes, and the Bulldogs are going to take over. Number 7 for the Bulldogs, Rafferty, is going to take it. Rafferty, a freshman, starting for the Bulldogs. And the throw in, a little off the mark, but back in at the foot of Octow towards the middle. Going to have to give it up, and she does. Good defense by Johnston to force it out of the box. Right back in, Wesley tries to go. So Johnston steps up to challenge there. And Johnston will free kick from their own end. The score is 0-0, folks. Just over 6 minutes into the 2021-2022 sports season for the Westerly Bulldogs. Octow with it, shot on goal, and it's low. The goalie's in position. That should go down as officially the second shot on goal, possibly the third. Johnston yet to challenge the Bulldog goalie. And the Bulldogs in the Johnston zone again. And the goalie able to scoop it up. Aggressive play by the Bulldog ladies thus far, very impressive. Tough scheduling, day one of school, day one of sports, but they're more excited about it than even we are. And the Bulldogs take it over on defense. Intercepted by Johnston. The first real chance here, 3-on-2, but the Bulldogs quickly recover. And numbers even out again. Johnston has to slow it down. Stolen by the Bulldogs. Great defense. That was old Sid Haig there. Takes it right away from the Johnston Panthers. Their first real opportunity today. She puts a halt to that. That's a sophomore, Sydney Haig. And the Bulldogs will throw it in. Rafferty, the freshman. Back out of bounds it goes. Back into the hands of Rafferty. A little further down the field. We're in the shade now. Looking for a target. And the throw. Spots it in the middle of a few. And Johnston does a good job of clearing it out. Bulldogs have possession again on another throw in by Rafferty towards the middle. And there's some contact in the middle of the field. Two girls down, no whistle. We have a shot on goal hit by Sacco. And it's just deflected out of the way. Maybe the rebound in. And just at the goal line. 2 saves by the Johnston goalie. Great job. Great job. That was the best opportunity of the day for the Lady Bulldogs. Not one but 2 stop shots by the goalie. Johnston throws in. Julia Baruti busy at midfield. in the middle of the field. At forward, Sacco takes possession from the throw-in, back to Rafferty. Tries to do a little finesse over the head, carries a little bit too far into the hands of the goalie. Scoops it up innocently, and we will reset. Johnston with possession. The kick falling towards midfield, just short. About the same distance each time. In possession of Johnston. And the Johnston player goes down. Ball goes out of bounds in the far corner of the field. And our first whistle of the day. Bulldogs ball. That was just a substitution. Aggressive play on both sides. The throw in. And a scrum for it. On the far side of the field. And Trary active in the far corner. Bulldogs clear the middle, out of bounds behind the goal. Not a lot of space given by the Johnston Panthers. Playing good defense. The Bulldogs clear advantage in time of possession, as well as advantage of field placement. However, haven't been able to break past the goalie for Johnston. And Johnston will clear it out from in front of the goal towards midfield. Goalie will field it and throw in. The kick should fall just shy of midfield. And it does. It's good defense by Zerberini. There's a whistle. It's going to go in favor of Johnston. Didn't look like too much contact considering what we've seen thus far, but Johnston will get the ball in the Bulldog side for a moment at least, and that's about all. DiLorenzo for Johnston clears it ahead. A little bit of trouble for the Bulldogs, but that's going to be cleared out. Sid Hake clears it out, gets the Bulldogs out of danger. They're all the way up the far sideline already. Chipped out of bounds by the Panthers. So far, Johnston's two biggest chances have been halted by Sid Hake, a sophomore defenseman for the Bulldogs. Throw in on the far side. And a lot of traffic once the ball gets in. We have a Panther player on the ground. Looks like she's going to stay down. Zerberini with possession in the middle. Rafferty. Sacco back to number 22. We have a whistle. Play will stop as the Panther has remained down. Okay, folks, so there still is no score. We are 12 minutes exactly into the first sports action of the season. Westerly Lady Bulldogs varsity soccer action, 0-0 versus the Johnston Panthers. Like I said, excitement doesn't even begin to describe what we have ahead of us for you guys this season. An entire season of sports we're hoping, and non-stop action from us. She is being walked off the field. Play will begin shortly. Never like to see injuries at all, especially not game one. Referees are conferring where to set back up. Bulldogs will be in possession when they set up. Beautiful night for soccer. That fall smell in the air. Temperature's fantastic. So the Bulldogs will take over at midfield. It looks like it'll be Rafferty. Again, the freshman for the Bulldogs. Rudy, Hake, and Zerberini have done a great job on this. That was Rafferty. Aggressive play, giving possession back to the Bulldogs. That's a great job. And back to Rafferty up ahead of Sacco. And she maintains possession in the field, but the ref stops the play. There would have been a good opportunity for the Bulldogs had play not been stopped. free kick for the Bulldogs. It will be Julian Atkins. The line from Johnston ready. Another good chance for the Bulldogs, who have had or created the only opportunities thus far this game. Bulldogs in position. We'll have the whistle momentarily. Here we go. And the shot is up, and it's going to sail high and right. It's a tough shot with all the bodies in front. Could have had a better opportunity without the penalty in her favor. However, such as life, the Johnston Panthers will take over. And they've done a good job themselves defensively, especially goaltending. They'll kick from their own end. And we'll go directly to Varsity. Chips it ahead. Tennis is tackled, cleared out by Johnston, but the Bulldogs will get it. Even and Trey. From the far side, Bulldogs try to get it towards the middle. Johnston clears it out. And the Bulldogs will take possession in midfield, far side. Turns around, brings it back upfield for the Bulldogs. And good defense by Johnston. They're all over them. The Bulldogs playing physically, still have possession. Akta with it, with some room in the corner. Turns towards the goal. Tries to get it to the middle. Good D by Johnston. Good D by number 1. Adana Min for Johnston. And possession is taken from the Bulldogs. Good defense by the Panthers. Eddie Fulbert with defense. Great job with the steal. Kicked out of bounds by Johnston. Good defense by Fulbert. Defense by the Bulldogs has been excellent whenever the ball has crossed midfield. The offense has done a good job thus far as well. There's about 4 or 5 official shots on goal to 0. And Johnston consistent defensively. Finally cleared by Rafferty over midfield, but Johnston does have possession. Rafferty stepping up on D on the near side, out of bounds off the shins for Julian Achtau on the side. Achtau, a senior, been very active. And Johnston will throw in from Bulldogs side. Well defended by the Bulldogs. No free lanes, not really any free lanes, but Johnston trying to get to the Bulldogs goal. Fulbert will have no part of it. Continues her good defensive showing thus far. Johnston puts it ahead in hopes, and the Bulldogs goalie scoops it up. Her first action of the day. Not a shot on goal. She will clear. Bounces towards midfield.
Keep it in!
Achtau makes sure to Forden regains possession of her own pass. All the way back down to Johnston's side. Here towards the middle, but a little too much on it. Goes out of bounds on the opposite side of the field, and Johnston will take over. Good defense by Fulbert. Achtau for the Bulldogs, extremely active. Bulldogs haven't been able to find anyone in the middle. They've been getting the ball down both sidelines and unable to find someone in the middle to get a clear shot. Johnston's throw-in was taken by the Bulldogs. Moving around with possession. Zerberini with it, passes it to the side. And looking for something in the middle, and Johnston clears the lane. Tries to take possession, but keeps the Bulldogs with nothing less out of a groove. Zerberini with possession on the far side. And cleared towards the middle. Johnston goalie steps in front and grabs it. Changes possession. Good defense by Johnston. Not leaving any lanes open. Both teams playing physical. Time of possession still in huge favor of the Bulldogs. Zerberini picking off the free kick with Johnston goalie. Back to Achtau. Stolen by the Johnston defense. Stolen back by Achtau. Zerberini chip towards the middle. A race for the ball on the far side. Eva and Trary busy over there. Johnston will take over. And Trary on the defense. Nothing easy. And it'll go out of bounds as a turnover and a steal for Trary. Bulldogs with possession. Our side. Ball's up towards the middle. Sacco. Far side fighting for the ball. And Johnston clears it. Wins the scrum. Sid Hink back as a safety for the Bulldogs. They do a good job on the far side on defense by Fulbert. It'll be a throw-in for the Panthers. Again, no score. And the Bulldog defense not giving a lot of space over there. And it is out of bounds, and the Bulldogs will take over. Bulldog defense not letting Johnston Panthers forwards breathe at all thus far in the first half. Very impressive. And the offensive side, they've been impressive as well. The goalie's just been up to the task. I would have expected more rust game one. And the kick from the goalie side dangerous, but Fulbert tries to save it and clear. Good job of footwork. Great job of footwork. Back to Rafferty, who is able to get it up. Sacco off her body. In the area of only a Johnston player, who will take over in the Bulldogs' end. Rafferty all over the field. Whistle blown. It will be a throw-in by the Panthers on the Bulldogs' end. So the Panthers' offense waking up a little bit. Not a lot of space, though. And the throw-in towards the middle of Beauty. Johnston player falls to the ground. Good defense by Wesley. Wesley player goes right down after. Aggressive play. A swing and a miss by Johnston. Will give Wesley possession. Unable to clear it, though. Number one for Johnston towards the middle. Wesley's foot gets in the middle. And this should swing ends of the field for the Bulldogs. That's Eva and Trary all the way up to the other end. We have a whistle that will stop offsides more than likely. Little arguments going on as to the call. Coach is clearly unhappy. Players clearly unhappy. That's two near breaks that have been disrupted by whistles for the Bulldogs. Unfortunately, they definitely had a 3-on-2 advantage there. Crowd wakes up a little bit to reinvigorate their squad. Johnston with possession, midfield. Halfway through the first half of action. No score. Westerly live, folks. And the kick. Wesley's defense steps up. And that is Zerberini clears it forward. A beauty, giving Wesley a chance. And the pass just behind, allowing the Johnston defense to catch up. Beautiful pass opportunity by Zerberini. Couldn't have set up a team any better than that. There was some finesse there. Very difficult, unfortunately. Didn't work out. Johnston will take over. Action packed first half for sure. And a quick whistle. There's been very aggressive defense, so I'm impressed with how few whistles there's been. I'm impressed with how tight both squads have played defensively. First day of school coming out. Westerly will have free kick in Johnston zone. They haven't been able to get in the middle. They've been trying to get the ball to Sacco. Johnston closes their lanes very quickly. The closer you get to the goal, and they have a goalie that's held steadfast the entire half. Zerberini's kick right at the goal. Beautiful kick in across the field. No Bulldogs able to get there. Across the middle in case there were any Bulldogs to jump it, but they were not. Johnston will take over, and we will flip sides here. Or they will attempt to anyway. In front of their own goal. In the shade here. Again, we are here in Westerly at Sal Algieri Field. Varsity women's soccer action. Westerly live. Bringing to you all Westerly sports starting today. First day of school, and we don't stop till they stop. Kick in for Johnston. 2 Bulldogs in the way. Nice job. Kia Keegan does a great job of getting in the way on that one. And the Bulldogs possession in front of the goal. A chance, but the goalie steps up just in front of Octo, the senior. Another good opportunities. You can't say squandered because that's good defense by Johnston. This has not been a sloppy game. Both teams just playing well. And number 22 for the Bulldogs, Hake in a foot race. Great defense again by Hake, who's been a monster defensively by the Bulldogs. They can't get anywhere around her, as far as the Panthers, that is. And the throw in a quick one. And in front of it steps Zerberini, another great defender for the Bulldogs today. And the pass back forward. Keegan was the intended recipient of the pass. Unable to get clear footing on it. Whistle blows. Possession goes to the Panthers. And a good opportunity for the Panthers here. Kick down the middle. And again, Bulldogs get in the way. Back out towards the middle. And number 13 for the Bulldogs, Cassie Cisco. And back to Zerberini. Playing tough all day. Putting it in front for the Bulldogs again. This is a huge opportunity for the Bulldogs. Summer Bruno 1-on-1, and the whistle blows and stops it again. Oh, man, that's 3 fast breaks for the Bulldogs that have been prevented by the whistle. Summer Bruno with the big opportunity there. And Johnston will take over. So the Bulldogs clearly having put the most pressure on this game offensively, and they are doing it again. Octow towards the middle. Keegan fighting with the ball, eventually gets pushed out of bounds. She's been very active here in the past few minutes. The throw-in will be by Rafferty. Towards the middle. Sacco back to Keegan in the middle. Johnston steps in, takes possession. Cisco, good defense on that side. We're in the middle here. Zerberini trying to get involved. Good defense again. Chipped towards the middle for the Bulldogs. Sacco has to turn around to get it. Beautiful pass and shot, and it's a goal! Bulldogs' first goal of the season. Number 2, Gia Keegan, the junior for the Bulldogs. Great pass and score. And they've put on the most pressure thus far this game by far. 7 or 8 unofficial shots on goal at least, I would think. And then that one, a beautiful pass, beautiful spot, lower right corner for the Bulldogs. First score of the season, and they jumped to a 1-0 lead. They had to work hard for a while, but it finally paid off. Gia Keegan, in the past 5 or 10 minutes, has been all over the field. And now the Bulldogs take possession, Octow. And it's kicked back by the Johnston defense. Bulldogs will throw in Rafferty. The throw-in to Jillian Octow. Johnston defenders around. Zerberini fighting for possession. And breaks the double team to at least get it back to the Bulldogs to center it. And on the far side on defense, that's Maddie Fulbert, who puts it forward for the Bulldogs. Doing a good job on the far side. Looking for a spot in the middle, can't find one. And run off by the Johnston defender. Waiting for the official call. I believe the Bulldogs will hang on to possession as they gather in the middle of the field here for a little quick conference and setting themselves up for the throw-in from the corner. Corner kick, excuse me. First corner kick of the season. One of the highlights of a soccer game. Generally, you get a shot on goal if you can put it in the right spot. It's in the middle, and the Johnston goalie almost knocks it in herself. Fortunate she did not, and able to clear it out of the way. That was almost something. Wait, they might have gotten credited for the goal, and they did. It hit inside the crossbar. I do believe they got the credit. I've seen nothing official. And I think it's going to be a save. It is a save, so.
Julian Octo off the corner kick.
No, it is a goal, officially, absolutely. And that was Jillian Octo, the senior, from the corner kick, scores. First corner kick of the season. Waiting for live play on the field. First corner kick of the season, a beauty for the Bulldogs. I told you it's like a highlight reel opportunity. And fundamentally, they laid it out there perfectly. The senior chips it in. Back to live action. We have Fober on the far side, solid all day. All Westerly defense has been solid all day. And now the Westerly offense is catching right up as the Bulldogs are up 2-0. A frustrated kick by the Panthers. Bulldogs will take over again on the Panther end, wearing them down a little bit here in the first half. 12 minutes to go. And the Bulldogs towards the middle. Sacco looking for some space. Octo centers it, but there's nobody there to the far side, and that is going to give possession to the Panthers. So the Bulldogs lead 2-0. Time of possession, huge advantage for the Bulldogs. They've been in the Panthers zone for the vast majority of the game. I don't know that the Panthers actually have an official shot on goal yet due to the aggressiveness of the Bulldog defenders. No more than 1 or 2, if any, were scored that way. Towards midfield, but controlled by the Bulldogs, who are offsides, and Johnston will take over. Just over midfield, so good starting position for Johnston, who's still right in this one. And the Bulldogs headed back in their own direction. Forward towards the middle. Cisco also active on the other side, but a nice job by the Panthers, who try to center and have a chance here at a shot on goal at least, and they get one, and they score. She's been active all day. That cuts it in half to score 2-1 Westerly. So the Bulldogs will take over at midfield. Score cut in half, 2-1.
Goal by Ariana Velasquez.
Velasquez on the Johnston goal. And the Bulldogs again. Keegan with possession crosses midfield. Sacco up front, ahead with possession, cutting towards the middle. She's got a shot here. Either pass or shoot. She chooses the shot, and it goes low left. Goalie's waiting. More pressure by the Bulldogs. Johnston goalie up to the task.
Goal by number 6, JoJo.
All right, there's a correction. Captain for Panthers credited for their goal. Apologize for any confusion. Back to the field. We have Rafferty on defense to the sidelines, but Johnston will take over with the throw-in. Cerberini doing a good job defending. Keegan to the far side. Johnston steps ahead. Tries to kick ahead. Great D by the Bulldogs. That was Intreri on the defense. Both go to the ground on the far side. Fober in the way. Whistle blown. And heads down, heading their way. That's going to be on the Bulldogs, and Johnston will take over. So the Bulldogs' impressive play thus far offensively leaves them only with a 1-goal lead, as well as defensively. So both teams playing very well. Waiting the free kick for Johnston, and is up towards midfield. Far side, that's Maddie Fobert clearing it for the Bulldogs. Johnston steps in front, and now the Bulldogs clear it up front. Foot race, Sacco's got a chance here. Going to be a shot on goal to the far side of the goal, and in! And the Bulldogs jump up. Sam Sacco, beautiful spot for the shot. Lower left, slides it by the Johnston goalie. The score 3-1 Bulldogs, who answer immediately. As Johnston cuts it in half, the Bulldogs answer within minutes. 8:42 left in the first half. Bulldogs 3, Johnston 1. Johnston captain JoJo with possession. Bulldogs take that right back. Summer Bruno on the defense there. Sacco with possession now. Towards the middle. Hoping, might have found somebody. And a shot on goal is good. That's Jillian Octow, the senior. Beautiful pass, beautiful shot. And now momentum has officially swung. Beautiful shot up high, upper left corner over the goalie. And the Lady Bulldogs starting to take a little bit of control here. 2 goals in about 25 seconds. The score, Bulldogs 4, Panthers 1. Impressive for opening day. And the Bulldogs defense, that's Rafferty. Sacco with possession now. Chips it forward. Bulldogs aggressive all day on both sides of the field. Zerberini with possession here. Not much gets past her defensively. Nobody, I should say. And people don't realize she plays the same defense at midfield as well. And to the far side, Maddie Fobert trying to clear it. Johnston steps in the way, but the Bulldogs step right back. Sacco has it, crossing midfield. There's a couple Panthers in her way, but she has a chance at a shot here, or at least she crosses over to the middle. Johnston gets a couple feet in, and they will get the steal. But Zerberini won't let him get it clean. A lot of contact, great defense. She is not afraid to use her body defensively. None of the Bulldogs appear to be. And that'll go out of bounds on the Bulldogs. Johnston will throw it in. With the Bulldogs' offensive ability and how aggressive and physical they play, especially defensively, you're going to see that they have the ability to wear down teams. I'm already seeing it in the first half of the season. They're in better condition than their opponent. They've gone at it 100 miles an hour since the first whistle. So I'm sure they, too, are looking for a little bit of water in halftime. The throw in by Rafferty, the freshman. Up ahead. Summer Bruno fighting for it. Back towards the middle. Wins that fight. Just a little out of the way. And this could be an opportunity for Zerberini. Good defense. Great footwork to turn it around. Displaying some unbelievable foot skills. High shot just off the hands of the goalie from Johnston. Great play by Zerberini. Showing her foot skills as a defender and putting the shot in a tough spot. Got to remember, the goalie for Johnston has been busy. She has had some good saves this game thus far. But it's been nonstop from the Bulldogs at this point. Their shots on goal slowed down for a few minutes here in the first half, but it's been a steady flow now. And to get it anywhere near the goal, stolen by Sacco, clean steal. Just off the wrong side of the foot. A little bit of fatigue here. Again, it's been a long time for these young women to get on this field and run this much. But they have been preparing clearly. And the kick will be from Johnston. And the Bulldogs try to step in front. Sacco has it in the corner. She will center it. And it's a nice shot off the hands of the goalie. Wesley trying to get there and can't. Octow almost strikes again. Johnston's defense and goalie have to be exhausted. They really do. Couple substitutions here. We have under 5 minutes left in the first half. The score 4-1. I am a voice, Greg Morano. Next to me, producer, owner, Shane Belanger. Upstairs, Lisa behind the lens. We are Westerly Live. This is game one of a huge slate of sports this season for you. Tomorrow we'll be back with men's soccer. Johnston with possession across midfield. Have not had much success across midfield. Bulldogs with some substitutions. Number 8, Abjervasini with possession. Back to number 1, Sacco. A Panther down, a whistle blown. That's going to go against Sacco. A trip. And the Panthers will take over. So the Bulldogs blending a little bit of their roster in here just before half. But have to be careful because it's not a lack of talent that the Panthers have on the field. It's just the Bulldogs' non-stop attitude offensively and defensively. Out the gates for the season. Very impressive. Jillian Octal with a shot on goal here, the senior. Big opportunity for the Bulldogs. The whistle to extend the lead. She adjusts. And here she goes. And she chips it to the right. Bulldogs have to belly back a little bit. We're looking for a center kick from that chip. Didn't quite work out as planned. That's okay, though. And Johnston will take over. Tries to catch him off guard. There's a few things you can do with a free kick like that. And we are under the 3-minute mark. Bulldogs 4, Panthers 1. Live at Sal Algieri Field. Varsity soccer action here, folks. There'll be more varsity soccer action tomorrow. And Octal over to the corner. Cisco with possession. And the whistle blown as she goes down. And it is going to go against the Bulldogs. Johnston possession. Min for Johnston with the kick. And out of bounds on Johnston. Hallowell attempts to save it, but it rolls out and the Bulldogs will take over. Rafferty throws in. Cisco tries to take possession. Good defense by the Panthers, who have to give all of their body to get in front and cut off Cisco. Whistle blown. Johnston will take possession. Torres for Johnston with the ball at midfield, just over midfield. Kick in a good spot, but a Bulldog there ahead of a Panther, and that's been the story. Great chance here, though. Nice pass. Number 3 for Johnston to the middle. Grab, shot on goal for sure. No, absolutely not. Zerberini picks her pocket from behind, allowing a harmless pop-up attempt at goal. Fabulous defense by Zerberini out the gates this season. This entire half, nonstop, all over the field. She has jump-started some of the offensive scoring. She has completely shut down the defensive side of the field. All defensemen for the Bulldogs deserve credit because they have absolutely held control of this game thus far. And Johnston, captain Jojo with possession, trying to create something. She's been very active with possession. The Bulldogs' defense has been too much. And it's a scrum in the middle. Hake, who's played great defense. Shot on goal. A diving Bulldog save. What a beauty. The first shot on goal of the day. And you don't get a prettier save than that. Diving down to her right for the save. And a clearing kick. Just shy of midfield. Bounce free towards midfield. And Johnston attempts to take over possession. But the ball goes harmlessly out of bounds. And the Bulldogs with momentum. Had momentum going in, and a save like that gives you just even more. That was a beauty. Completely extended. And Johnston on the attack again. 1:21 to go here. Rafferty takes it from the Johnston offense. Whistle blown, and that added time is over. The end of the first half, folks. Westerly Bulldogs 4, Johnston Panthers 1. Great half by the Bulldogs coming out day one, first day of school, coming out in the first half and playing nonstop. 100% aggressive play on all sides of the field. And have a well-deserved 3-goal lead going into the second half. There's a 10-minute break. Like I said, we'll be coming live with you all week. Tomorrow we'll be here for boys varsity soccer action. And Friday night, boys varsity football action versus rival Charahoe. All brought to you right here live by Westerly.live. All right, folks, we are back. I am the voice, Greg Morano, alongside producer, owner Shane Belanger. We have Lisa up above behind the lens. We're Westerly live, about to bring you second half varsity girls soccer action. The Lady Bulldogs, leading by a score of 4-1, have been all over the place, have been persistent, have been physical, have been everything you could expect or want out of a first half, have spread out the scoring, and the Westerly goalie, Alex Nelson, the senior, number 9, has done a fantastic job at goal. The defense for the Bulldogs has made the job a little less difficult thus far today. Higgs, Zerberini, and Fobert have done a ridiculous job. Physical play. Zerberini and Haig all over the field. Johnston will take possession now. Going the opposite way, they will be going to our left. That's JoJo, their captain, crossing midfield, but Wesley steps in front. And in front of Sacco, Johnston able to clear it and take possession. The entire field in shade now. And in the scrum, the Bulldogs looking to come out. Dangerous pet chip. And a big chance here. Shot on goal. And for sure, low left. And that's going to be good for the score. Cassie Cisco for the Bulldogs. And that is a great way to open the half. 32 seconds in and a goal to bring the score. Bulldogs 5, Panthers 1. Cassie Cisco getting in on the action, the sophomore, with the score for the Bulldogs. Five Bulldogs goals, 4 different scorers. Definitely a good job spreading it out. Johnston at the middle of the field. And Zerberini steps in front, changing the field anyway, and the goalie scoops it up. So 1 minute into the half, the Bulldogs re-grab momentum. Johnston trying to clear and get it into the Bulldogs' end. Very difficult place to find. There's 3 Johnston players over there, and 1 goes to the ground. Westerly is not afraid to play aggressive defense. Again, I would have expected a level of possible mistakes centered by Johnston. It sneaks through. Maddie Fulber able to clear it out for the Bulldogs in the far corner. Rust anyway, as I was referring earlier, but the Bulldogs have displayed none of that. As the field sits almost entirely in shade now. Johnston will throw in from the far side. Bulldogs leading 5-1. Have impressive performances across the board. Good defense. They step in front, and we will redo it. Alex Nelson in the Bulldog goal having a great day when the ball does reach the goal. And again, Wesley's defense stepping up, not allowing anything free in the middle for sure. Johnston's got it from midfield, back forward, out of bounds. It's going to be Westerly ball. Johnston trying to get something started. Energy and momentum on Westerly's side. The throw in. And Johnston takes over quick. Tries to get ahead of the Bulldogs defense. And Maddie Fulbert's in the area, and she has been quite often today. Johnston has a chance here. Pass towards the middle. Tries to get a shot in while it was in the air. Great defense by Westerly. Physical defense. Whistle's blown. They're going to set up. And the captain for the Panthers is grabbing the ball. She will set up for probably one of the best opportunities they've had here today with the corner kick. The Bulldogs have had 1 corner kick thus far today, and it turned into a goal. And she puts it up. Low liner, too low. And Fulbert able to step in front. And that's Rafferty. Johnston starts over. Tries to center it just over the head of a Bulldog defender. Didn't create much for opportunities. Gia Keegan kicks it to the far side. Johnston's still out there fighting for sure. Whistle blown, and it's going to go Westerly's way this time. Westerly will throw in from the far side, and they still have fresh legs. They're throwing ahead. Defense by Johnston back to the center. Wesley's got it, and they have a chance here. Bulldogs with a breakaway. Cassie Cisco with the first goal is going to give them a shot right here. Up above and in! 2 for 2 this half. 2 shots on goal, 2 goals. Cassie Cisco displaying excellent placement in her shots. That goalie could do nothing else. Just over her hand to the upper left third of the goal. You can't coach it any better than that. Energy, momentum firmly secured for the Lady Bulldogs, who now lead 6-1. 2 goals in 4 minutes in this second half, both by the Bulldogs sophomore Cassie Cisco. And the Bulldog defense being challenged a bit. Sid Hake up to said challenge, as the defense has been all day. And down goes the captain for the Panthers. No whistle, just aggressive play. The Bulldogs staying well within the parameters, just non-stop physical soccer and finesse. You can't forget the finesse. A shot like that was just tremendous. A whistle blown, and it's going to go Westerly's way. So Johnston didn't even get the opportunity to throw in. Westerly will now take over. Shot placement all day has been excellent. First 5 or so shots the Panthers goalie was able to step up for. Since then, it's been a difficult task for her. The throw-in doesn't go Wesley's way, and now we'll go back in Johnston's direction. And right in front steps Cisco. And it's going in the Westerly direction. Sacco towards the middle. There's 2 people waiting, and it goes to the left side of the goal. Nobody there. So the Panthers will kick from their own end line. 6 minutes into the second half, Bulldogs have added 2 goals at the foot of Cassie Cisco. And Wesley steps up in front. Sacco with the ball. Shot the far side. Goalie dives and makes the save. She's getting tired. She has been challenged, to say the least. 6 goals and about 6, 7, 8 saves even. That's a busy day for anybody, and she's got a whole half to go. So the Bulldogs on the defense. And a chance for Johnston, who from a long ways away, it's going to go wide. The Bulldogs goalie is going to take control. Summer Bruno very active on defense here. Bruno only a sophomore. 6 seniors on this Westerly team. And the throw in by Johnston. The captain for Johnston. Defended well by the Bulldogs. Eva Intreri has also been a constant defensively tonight. And the Bulldogs, 2 defenders head it back out of bounds, and we will throw in again. Number 15, Bruno for the Panthers. Arms must get sore, as this is her 3rd consecutive throw-in. Bulldogs continue to step in front defensively. Keegan clears it to the far side. Sacco is going to have it. Puts it way up front. She's got players coming. She's going to center it. Takes it herself. Goalie able to scoop it up. Defender just in the right spot where she was unable to center it. Opportunity, but that just shows that the Panthers are not giving up, because they were full speed to keep up with the Bulldogs there. And the free kick from the Bulldogs goalie, Nelson, is taken Over, and it's a save again. Correction, Johnston goalie. So the Bulldogs continue the pressure here. 9 minutes into the first half. Can't write it up any better as a coach, I'd imagine, than the way these ladies have started their season. Intrary with possession down the right side. Captain for Johnston, JoJo, steps in the way. Throw in will be Bruno. Correction. Yes, it's Bruno with the throw in, and it's going to be taken by Panther captain. Out of bounds, and the Panthers will take over. Bruno for the Panthers. Trying to get out of the zone, can't do it. Keegan with possession for the Bulldogs. Good defense by the Panthers. Bulldogs have some new numbers on the field, new to me. Maddie Fober on defense here. These Bulldog defensemen, you're not getting by them one-on-one. Not today, anyway. And up in front, another Bulldog opportunity and a collision. Both players down, no whistle. And it will go out of bounds. The Bulldogs will maintain possession. The referee's allowing them to play, and the Bulldogs are playing with extreme intensity with a chance to extend their lead here in the zone. And Cisco, the target of the pass. Good defense by the Panthers. Number 16, Wade, on the field for the Bulldogs. In the middle. Getting her first action here in the second half. It's out of bounds again, and this time it is going to head in the direction of the Panthers. With a free kick for the Panthers goalie. Very little has come free for the Panthers today, other than the kicks from their goalie. So we have 29 minutes to go, and the Bulldogs step in front. That's Wade, who I just mentioned. Stepping in the middle of the defense. Bulldogs with possession. Keegan with the throw in to the middle. Zerberini with possession. Pass it to the far side. Rafferty. And that is intercepted by the Panthers, who will kick it over to midfield, but the Bulldogs will take possession there and turn it right back around. Good passing by the Bulldogs. And Bruno on the defense. It's going to go in the direction of the Panthers. And the throw in from about midfield on the far side. Panthers able to stop it, try to center it. Bulldogs making it difficult on the far side. And Bulldogs take possession. Oh, back to the Panthers. It's a scrum. It's always a scrum when the opponent has possession at the moment. So we have Keegan with possession over midfield. And this is Wade, if she can get by the defense. A little bit of contact. Good defense by the Panthers. Caitlin Rafferty been dominant all day long. Already a goal under her belt. And this is Keegan. You can't pass it better than that. And the shot just able to be stopped by the Johnston goalie. Not where she wanted it. Beautiful setup by the Bulldogs. And they're on the attack again. Keegan with possession over the middle. Off of Wade and far side. Kitchen Rafferty. Back to Keegan, who's going to hang on to possession. Got Zerberini in the area. That's who she's looking for. A little bit behind her. Couldn't get to it. Pressure is still on. And the Bulldogs attempting to take over again. We have a couple Panthers on the far side. About midfield, they clear it. Maddie Fobert on the spot. Fighting for possession on the far side. And winning, clearing it off to number 23 for the Bulldogs, Summer Bruno, who gets it ahead to Ziberini, who combines both physical speed and finesse on the defensive side. Rarity has allowed nothing against her thus far this game. The Bulldogs fighting for possession towards midfield. Wade passes it off. A Panther steps in front. Two defenders. Fulbert with possession on the near side midfield. And that's going to go out of bounds. The official marks the spot. Bruno for the Panthers will throw in. If you just tuned in, the score, Westerly Lady Bulldogs 6, Johnston Panthers 1. 25 minutes remaining in the first high school action of the season. We are here at Salo Jerry Field, Varsity Women's Soccer. Lady Bulldogs starting their season on a fantastic note. Dominant doesn't exactly explain their performance. It's been very, very scrappy, very persistent. They've been on the ball, and you would not think that they've had the time off that they've had. Throwing it in now for the Bulldogs, Yvonne Trary. Wrestling for it in the corner. Down goes the defender. The Bulldogs take control. Maddie Fulbert with possession. To the far side, Yvonne Trary. Correction, that was Sydney Hake. Keegan, between a couple Panthers, heads harmlessly out of bounds. The Panthers will throw in. And Ziberini in the middle of three defenders. Gets it up ahead for the Bulldogs. Panthers trying to get on the Bulldogs side of the field this half. Have not been there very often and won't this possession. Zerberini with possession to Keegan with some options. Nice pass. Whistle blown. Score 6-1, and we've had, that'll be number 4, I think, fast breaks. Whistle dead. I guess if there's any rust, that would be the rust. But with a 5-goal cushion, it's a good time to knock some of the rust off if there is any, you know. So the score would only be furthered. And the Bulldogs step in front again, take possession of the Panther zone. Nice move on the far side. Difficult pass towards the middle. Good job by the defense. The Bulldogs will have it in the corner for corner kick number 2. I believe that's Jillian Octow, the senior, in the far corner. Number 2 of the season. First one to goal. Up in the middle. Looks like a beautiful spot. Good job on the defense originally. And the rebound goal is good for the Bulldogs to stretch it out to 7-1. Keegan, her second goal of the game. 2 beautiful corner kicks right where you want them. Goalie able to fend off the first shot, but not the rebound. The score, Bulldogs 7, Panthers 1. 22 minutes remaining. And the throw in from Bruno to JoJo of the Panthers. Number 9 in a scrum. And Trary not making it easy on the near side. There's no quitting these Panthers either, folks. This is game 1 from a long time ago. This performance from the Bulldogs is extremely impressive. Number 2, Keegan. Over the middle to Zabarini. Taking it to length and good defense by the Panthers. Number 8 on the far side for the Bulldogs, Gervasini. The Panthers pressing it forward. Matty Fobert steps in front. Challenged by 2 Panthers, but still gets through them. Been masterful all night, Matty Fobert. Gets it over to Octal. Been on the field all night herself. As the game presses on, we may hear new numbers. And the Bulldogs able to clear the throw-in by Bruno of the Panthers. Panthers clear. Bruno with possession. Now the Panthers get a chance at it. Cleared all the way in front. Wade with a chance, but the Panthers step up, do a great job. And the whistle's blown on the offsides. It's going to go Johnston's direction. A little fatigue setting in. Tired legs. Natural. The Panthers captain. Set to kick. And over midfield, stepping in front of it is Keegan. Gervasini gets it back over midfield. Keegan steps in front. And the Bulldogs set it back to set up a little bit here. Fobert's dribbling skills have been on display today, along with some other Bulldogs. And that's Jillian Octal, who's been on the field all night. Had a great game, the senior. And the Bulldogs will throw in. And the throw in will be Summer Bruno will throw in for the Bulldogs. A few substitutions. Intreri back in. The throw just to midfield. Gets past everybody. The Panther defense attempts to clear. A Panther in between 3 Bulldogs. Sacco tries to turn the field. Deflected off of a Bulldog. And Bruno for the Panthers will throw in again. Bruno. Good defense. Gervasini with possession up the far side. Crosses midfield. Gets it up in front. Got Wade to her right. Couple defenders, though. Stops. And defender, she's right back at it. Good defense by the Panthers. And Bruno for the Panthers able to step in the way, but not for long as Zabarini gets her foot on it and takes control. Correction, that was Bruno. So the Panthers having a tough time getting it across midfield. Credit to Fobert with a beautiful kick ahead. Sacco's got a chance. Oh, a lot of contact there, and it's going to go. Possession will go to the Panthers, one would imagine. Big collision there, and make sure everybody's okay. That is the number one priority. This is game 1 for both teams. Definitely don't want to see any injuries on the field. They've been playing a very physical game. Even credit to the Panthers. They have as well. They've been under pressure since the opening whistle. The first 5 or 6 shots on goal of the game came from Westerly. Evened out for a short period, but then Westerly's talents have just overridden a little bit here early on. It looks like everybody's okay. And the Panther captain set to kick. as the lights come on. Sacco puts it back on the Panther end. And it flies high over midfield. Sid Hake with possession on the far side. Good pass to Rafferty. Up ahead. And great D by the Bulldogs. We're going to have a sure shot on goal here. Number 11 chips it in the lower right corner. Even Trary. No one more deserving. Had a great game thus far all around. Great defensive game by Entreri as well. Gets her time to shine. The score, Bulldogs 8, Panthers 1. Great placement on the shot by Entreri and the rest of the Bulldogs. There's been very few shots right down the chute, let me tell you. They've been using the corners of the goal. They have not made this an easy night to open the season for the Panthers for sure. Huge credit to coaching as well. That's for sure for the Bulldogs. Head coach Jay Hudson, assistant coach Hillary Toronto and Eva Deuce. Bulldogs on the attack again. Beautiful shot. They're going to score on the rebound, and they do. And that's Entreri again. Persistence for sure. And suddenly 2 goals in her pocket. A myriad of Bulldogs on the board here now, folks, as they chalk another one up. Constant pressure, defensively, offensively. And they definitely have created a gap, a few substitutions here. Everybody will get their chance to loosen up on the field here. There's a couple of freshmen who just checked in for the Bulldogs. Francesca Terranova being one. On the far side, the Panthers still on attack. Bulldogs still stepping in front. Panther captain with a nice chip forward in front of everybody. But again, it's either Fober or the Bulldog goalie, Alex Nelson, that thwarts their offensive hopes. Zerberini and Hake made things nearly difficult for the offense, nearly impossible, I should say, for the offense of the Panthers to function today. Fober, Hake, and Zerberini are a nightmare to deal with for opposing offenses if they continue to play this way. As play has been at midfield for a little while here. Bruno for the Panthers kicks, and for the Bulldogs stepping in front is Jillian Arco. Tries to get it out ahead. Number 8 for the Bulldogs, Abner Vicini, has possession, chips it up, goalie able to hang on. And we are on the 14-minute mark of this one, folks. Couldn't have started the season any better if you're a Bulldog. Lot of game left. And the freshman Francesca Terranova steps in defensively. The Panther captain, JoJo, goes down hard. She has been out every minute of this game. Last thing you want to see is an injury on the field at this point in this game. There's an official timeout. It has been very physical. The Bulldogs are clearly a physical team, as they will head to their sidelines. 14 minutes to go. We have a huge gap in scoring here. And like I said earlier, we'll be back with boys varsity soccer tomorrow night and boys varsity football Friday night versus a rival Charahoe. As the trainer attends to the Panther captain, Alegadoye JoJo. She has not stopped running since the first whistle. Bulldogs scoring is across the board. I have down here 7 different Bulldogs have scored. Correction, 6 different Bulldogs have scored. Keegan has 2. Intreri has 2. And a round of applause as the Panther captain is able to walk off under her own power. That is great to see. You don't want to see anything put a damper on what thus far has been a fantastic performance by the Bulldogs. The Bulldog crowd is excited, animated. Probably super excited to be allowed to be back at the games, as they can now come freely with their friends and watch sporting events. The crowd is extremely loud at the moment. Some Bulldogs seeing their first action of the day. 14 minutes remaining. On the far side, that's Gervasini with it. And eventually forced out of bounds by the Panthers defense. And the Panther throw-in from the far corner. And Westerly's defense too much, and they take over. That's Zabarini in the middle. Beautiful pass. Sacco tries to center it. Defense is there. Pass just a bit ahead of the Bulldogs, who will have possession here in the corner. And thus far this game, Bulldogs are 2 for 2 on corner kicks. They have the corner pass, a beauty on the ground, the rebound again, and it's a scrum in front of the goal. There's a whistle that stops it, and it's going to head Johnston's direction. Corner kick was a little low, but in the right spot. The Bulldogs, tough to deal with around the goal, a lot of rebound efforts. Yeah, number 14, Ella Fobert, in on defense for the Bulldogs. Zerberini up the middle, and number 16 for the Bulldogs with possession on the far corner. And about 5 Panthers step in. That's Caroline Wade, and it's towards the middle here. We're going to have a shot on goal, and the goalie is going to make the save on the lower right portion. And the Bulldogs fighting on the far side. In the middle of the field. Summer Bruno back. Dangerous area for the Panthers. And Gervasini clears it over the middle and out of bounds. It's going to go in the Panthers' direction. So after tonight's game, the Lady Bulldogs will go on the road on Thursday. And fighting on the near side. Out of bounds. So they will go on the road on September 9th at 3:45 p.m. to Central High School. And the Bulldogs on defense, that's Maddie Fobert. play, sticking around midfield at the moment. Again, that would be on Thursday for the Lady Bulldogs' next game against Central High School. And that will be on the road. Whistle by the referee. So we are under 10 minutes away from the end of this one, unless there's any added time, which very little, if any. And the kick off the leg of Hobart to prevent it. The Westerly goalie has had very little to do this half. And the Westerly breakaway down the far side. There are 4 defenders, however. Cuts towards the middle where you need to be. And a beautiful pass forward. That's been the name of the game thus far for the Bulldogs, precision passing and shooting. This one scooped up by the Johnston goalie. Westerly's goalie, like I was saying, has had very little action. The Bulldogs came out and in 40 seconds scored once, and in under 2 minutes had 2 goals in their pocket, taking away pretty much any possibility at momentum for the already trailing Panthers. So they started the game with pressure on the goal and came out in the second half with that same pressure, pretty much stretching it out to a number that is too much. Bulldogs still pressuring with many substitutions, doing a good job. Number 3 has not had much of a break this entire game. The senior Jillian Akno. This is number 17, Francesca Terranova on the near side. And Rafferty with a shot just to the left of the goal. She's been out there all night. Fatigue has to be setting in for both squads. The Bulldogs have been going 100 miles an hour all over the field. And it's just day one, just game one of sports back at the high school at full go. Whistle blown. It's going to go in the Panthers' direction. And it is still on the Panther side. They're trying to get it towards the Westerly side, but Westerly will not allow it. And the chip forward, a beauty by Rafferty, and the Panthers are able to step in front. So Bruno, pass, goes out of bounds. Panthers throw in. Number 14 on the defense, Ella Fobert, does a good job, but whistle goes against Westerly, and Johnston will again attempt to get towards the Westerly goalie. And they pass, short pass forward. And there's 3 Bulldogs in a wall waiting. A little pop pass, and they're just faster. It's number 7 for the Bulldogs, maybe. Far side, and that's good. What a beauty, showing her speed. That's the freshman, Katrin Rafferty. Pass to herself, showing her speed, just outruns the defender, and then again, a perfect spot for the goal. Bottom right corner. Their accuracy has been precision across the board today, folks. You can almost see it before it happens. They have come out this season on all cylinders, I will say. We have 5 minutes to go in this one. And on the far side, it's a possible turnover. Number 8 on defense, Gervasini, who's done a great job this half. So the Bulldogs had a 5-0 lead when they gave up the one goal, and now have scored 5 straight unopposed to make it 10-1. And the Bulldog goalie touches the ball for one of the few times this half, just to throw it up so they can throw it in from about midfield. And the Bulldog throw in over everybody. Nice spot though. And right there on defense. Sure enough, the Bulldogs come out. And that's Intreri who pops it forward to the side. It goes out of bounds. And I do believe it will be Johnston possession. Far side, and the Shadows, I could be wrong. And it is. And the throw in, they had possession, rolls out of bounds. So the Bulldogs will dump it in. Oh, Zerberini hit hard. That might have needed a whistle. However, the Bulldogs still on the attack. Gervasini fighting good defense. Well, it took 3 of them for the Panthers. Ball centered well. Physical play on both sides. Matty Fulbert with the ball. Captain. Team captains are Matty Fulbert, Julian Octo, and Nina Salino. And out of bounds it goes off the foot of Bruno of the Panthers. The Bulldogs will throw in. Summer Bruno with the throw in. Looking for someone. And it gets away from Wade. Ooh. But an opportunity on a bad pass by Johnston. The goalie able to scoop it up. Just over 2 minutes to go in this one, folks. All Westerly in game 1 of the season. Game 1 of the entire sporting season. This entire half has been played on Johnston's side of the field. And Westerly towards the middle. Nice pass, but it's in the 2 Panthers who are trying to clear. Ball is on the far side. Octo in the middle. It's going to be kept inbound. Nope, kicked out of bounds by the Bulldogs. And the Panthers will take over and throw in with 1:20 to go in this one. So they have the 1-0 record here, all but sealed up. And they will head to Central in 2 days for game number 2. And it goes out of bounds on the far side. And it's rolling towards the corner. Last thing the Panthers want to see is another corner kick for the Bulldogs, who are making it look like an easy part of the game, which is very difficult, but their finesse and accuracy at the goal has been second to none today. They have made the Panther goalie go in every direction. We're still in the far corner, waiting for a throw-in now, again from the Panthers. And we are in extra time. Essentially waiting for the final buzzer at the moment here, folks. I want to see very little contact at the moment, with the score being what it is. Now, as I said earlier, I'm Greg Morano alongside producer-owner Shane Belanger. Right below Lisa, who is behind the lens. We are Westerly Live. And that is going to be the end of the first game of the season, folks. The Westerly Lady Bulldogs win in convincing fashion by a score of 10-1. They will return to action on the road in 2 days versus Central. We, however, will be right back here tomorrow night for boys varsity action. Boys varsity soccer action, that is. And again on Friday for some football. Great play by the women's varsity Bulldog soccer team. You can't get any better way at opening the season than they did, spreading the goals out between 6-7 different players. Excellent passing, persistent physical play, and they sure came ready to play for the opener. So we will see you tomorrow from Westerly Live.